Hey, fathers. I'm gonna get y'all a quick video in this morning. I want to talk to you today, and I probably talked to you about it before. I'm just going to do it again anyway. But I want to talk to you today about not giving up. About your, with your dreams, not giving up on your dreams of reuniting with your child. I want to talk to you today about that. I was talking with a friend of mine yesterday, and one of the things that really, that really just came into my mind and into my heart were that you should never give up. And I am a Christian, and there are some stories in the Bible that I can definitely that I can reflect upon as far as my situation, and you can probably do the same thing within your situation. But I never forget the story in the Bible where Daniel is thrown into the lion's den, and he actually survived that lion's den. And a lot of times, whenever you go through things in your life, or especially if you're trying to fight for your child or just to unite with your child again, you might feel like Daniel in the lion's den. And I know that that is a hard place to be. When you know that you're in that den, you know what's in that den, and I'm sure it's dark, and just your mind knowing what is going on around you and what the possibilities are. But Daniel prayed himself through that, and was able to make it out. So that story, and then also another story too that I'm constantly reminded of. Whenever I go to church, or whenever I hear some people speak, but especially in my church, never forget the pastor said one time, he was talking about Peter walking on the water, and how Jesus said, "Hey, Peter," and I'm just kind of, this is not exactly what he said, but Peter, walk on the water. If you have faith, walk on the water. And of course, Peter's saying, in his mind, and that's impossible. I can't do that. What are you talking about? And then Jesus said again, Peter, walk on the water. Peter stepped out of the boat and started walking on the water, and started walking toward Jesus. And so that kind of rings in my mind, because the main thing is that the second that Peter took his eyes off of Jesus, he started to sink. So I want y'all to keep that in mind, that whenever you take your mind off of your Savior, if you're, it depends on your religion and who you worship, but if you take your mind, in my case, if you take your mind off of the kingdom, or if you take your mind off of God, then, and put your mind on the situation, you will begin to sink. So I want y'all to keep that in mind, because that's very, very important. And I will also, men, I just want you to keep in mind that you are also a very important part of society, and your role in society is to protect your family. And you cannot protect your family effectively if you don't have the knowledge that you need, or if us as men, if we're just kind of going along what society says that we should be doing. And unfortunately, especially for us black men, our children, or especially our sons, and I speak in particular to fathers with sons about this, but if we're not there for our sons in order to be a positive role model, then who are their role models? And I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, because they're all over the place. And some of these role models, we don't want our child to be emulating, whoever these people are. So we want our child to be emulating something that is going to be positive in their life, not negative. Something that is going to not degrade women, not degrade themselves, not have self-hatred, things like that. Those are the role models that us as men want our sons to be able to follow, and that is important. And if you don't realize that by now, or if you don't realize what's going on, you need to take, sit back and take a real serious look at some things, because if we don't change things right now, it's going to get worse. So again, my main focus of this video is to say, stay positive And I also want you to think about the end outcome. The end outcome. What is going to happen in the end? Keep fighting, because you're the only person that's going to fight, and it's up to you to be able to do that. Get people around you if you can. Some people might not want to stay in the fight with you. Some people, you might not want them in the fight with you, but get people around you if you can, in order to help you out, in order to guide you a little bit and to kind of lift you up when things get down. But stay in the fight. You must stay in the fight, because again, these are our sons that we're fighting for. This is our legacy that we're fighting for. This is our future that we're fighting for. Once we're dead and gone and we leave this earth, guess what? Our sons, they're going to carry on our name. And if we don't do what we need to do in order to fight for them, then all is lost. So again, and I'm not speaking just to fathers out there that are your biological fathers. Some fathers out there, they're taking care of someone else's kids. Take care of those kids. Fight for your kids. Fight for the right. Fight for righteousness. And don't forget about some stories in the Bible, because I constantly reflect upon those. When everything's getting a little bit of a bind. Daniel in the lion's den. Peter walking on the water, having faith to do so. That's what we need to keep in mind at all times. So again, stay strong, keep your head up, put a smile on your face, and look in the mirror. Just like somebody told me before, look in the mirror. You need to figure out exactly who you are, because if you don't tell yourself who you are, someone else will definitely tell you who you are. I guarantee you, and it might not be the best thing for you. So stay strong, stay in the game. We'll be just fine. Until next time, fathers, have an excellent day.